Good morning, students. In today's session, I just want to work out some problems which would be, that is regarding sets here, which would be given in the roster form. Roster form is the actual elements would be given to you. What you have to do? You have to express that in the set builder form. See, in the earlier session, I had given the set builder form. You have to express the set in the roster form. That means the actual elements had to be written. Here, actual elements would be given. The rule which would be satisfying for those elements. No, you have to think and write that in sentence. That is rule method or the set builder form. So the condition that express. This is the instruction that is given. Express in the set builder form. Express in the set builder form. That means that it would be given in the roster form. The actual elements would be given. You have to look at the numbers or quantities, whatever may be that one. Look at that one and think about a sentence which would satisfy those elements here. The first problem. The set A is containing elements 3, 6, 9 and 12. Here you have to be careful. See, when the set builder form is given, to write the elements is a little bit easier because we will be knowing the rule. According to the rule, we can write the elements. Here, the elements would be given. The rule which would apply to that one, you have to think a little and write here. Look at the numbers here. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9 and 3 fours are 12. That means all of them are multiples of 3. Multiple means they can be obtained by multiplying 3 by another integer. Now, how do you write that one? It is, see, A contains all x. A contains all x such that x is equal to 3n. Write like this. X is equal to 3n because all the numbers are multiples of 3. Therefore, 3n, x is equal to 3n. But what is n here? N is a natural number. There are two ways. Either you can write the sentence n is a natural number, or you can use the notation n belongs to n, because you know that the capital letter N stands for the set of the natural numbers. Either or you can write in sentence also x is equal to 3n, where n is a natural number, or you can use the notation. Both are correct. Now, if I simply say n belongs to n can take all the infinite values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100 crore anything there. But there is some restriction. We have got only 4 elements here. Therefore, you write here 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 4. That means that when n takes the value 1, 3 into 1 that is 3. When n is equal to 2, 3 into 2 that is 6. N is equal to 3, 3 into 3 that is 9. N is equal to 4, 3 into 4 that is 12. Now here I have written the equality also. When the equality is not there, you cannot take the value 1 and 4. The end numbers you cannot take. Because of the equality, 1 and 4, both of them should be taken into consideration. So looking at the numbers, you have to decide. So A contains all x. How do you read that one? A contains all x such that x is equal to 3n. What is n? N is a natural number. And what are the values you can assign for n is 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 4. That is, n takes the value between 1 and 4. 1 also it takes and 4 also it takes. So that would satisfy the condition here. Now, let's move on to the next problem. So here, when the elements are given, you have to be careful. Look at the elements. In what order it is given, what can be the common property that would satisfy the condition. Now, the set B contains the numbers 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Look at these numbers. 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5 and 2 to the power 6. That means that all the numbers that have been given here can be expressed as the power of the number 2. That means, first let me write B contains all x such that x is equal to, you have to write like this, 2 to the power n, isn't it? See, 2 is common for all of them. All the numbers they can be expressed as some power of the number 2 here. So x is equal to 2 to the power n. Again, what is n? Write it as n is a natural number. N is a natural number. And I told you, you can write like this also, as I wrote in the previous problem. Either, don't write both of them. Either n is a natural number or n belongs to n, capital N. But if you simply write n is a natural number, it takes all the infinite number values here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 100 like that. So there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are only 6 elements here. So there is some restriction here. What is the first value n can take? It can take 1, isn't it? It is 2 to the power n. This is 2 to the power 6. Therefore, 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 6. So here 2 to the power n. In the previous one it was 3 into n. Here it is 2 to the power n. First number 2 to the power 1 is 2. 2 to the power 2 is 4. 2 to the power 3 is 8. 2 to the power 4 16. 2 to the power 5 32. 2 to the power 6 64. So this would satisfy both the condition. One is it is 2 power n. The other is n lies between 1 and 6. So, writing like this, here look at the number. See, you cannot, there is no common method for all the problems. You have to decide after looking at the elements of the given set. Each problem would be different. Each set will be containing different types of objects. So, depending upon the numbers or objects that have been given in the set, you have to think about the way you can express that in the set builder form. Next one, C contains 5, 25, 125, 625. Now you observe, it is just like the previous problem. In the previous problem, all the numbers were powers of 2. 2, 4, 8, 16 like this. What type of numbers are they? These are all powers of 5. 5 to the power 1. What is 25? 5 square. What is 125? 5 cube. What is 625? It is 5 to the power 4. That means the same procedure. C contains all x such that x is equal to 5 to the power n here. In the previous one it was 2 to the power n. Here it is 5 to the power n. And what is n? N is a natural number. Because you have denoted as n, you should specify what is n. If you simply write n belongs to n, we have to consider all the values of n. 5 power 1, 5 power 2, 5 power 3, 5 power 4, 5 power 5, 6 like that. But there are only 4 elements here. So what are the values that can be assigned to n here? 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 4. There are 4 elements here. So give the value. 5 to the power 1, first element. 5 to the power 2, 25. 5 to the power 3, 125. 5 to the power 4, it is 625. So this would satisfy all the numbers that have been given. So it is, each number is in the form of 5 power something. And what is that something? It is a natural number. And what are the restrictions for the natural number? All the natural numbers we are not considering. Here we have to take between 1 and 4. Both 1 and 4 have been included. Now this is how you have to write. So that's why I am telling you, you have to read the problem, you have to see the numbers or the quantities or the objects that have been given, then only you can think about the way you can express in the set builder form. Now set D, this is comparatively easier. In the previous session, I had given x is an odd number. Then I had written 1, 3, 5, 7, etc., etc. Here, what type of numbers are they? They are even number. And there is no end here. And the last element has not been given. So how do you write that one? D contains all x. D contains all x such that what type of a number is here? You can write x is an even natural number. X is an even natural number. You observe all of them are natural numbers. that is more than 1, and all of them are even. So x is an even natural number. Suppose I had given 135. What you should have written? X is an odd natural number. Suppose I had given 1, 2, 3, 4 continuously, consecutive numbers, then you should be writing x is a natural number. So here no need not write anything, just write a sentence. X is an even natural number. Now here in the previous 3 problems, no, you should after looking at the numbers that have been given, you should have thought properly and write the the condition. Whereas here in this problem it is comparatively easier, because by looking at the numbers we know that it's an even number and it's a natural number. So you can directly write it is an even natural number. Now let me consider another problem. 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. 100. Here the numbers are not consecutive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that I am not written. After 1, 4 comes, then 9 comes, then 16. Can you guess the number what? And last number is 100. You observe that all of them are perfect squares. That is, 1 is equal to 1 square, 4 is equal to 2 square, 9 is equal to 3 square, 16 is 4 square, etc., etc., and 100 is 10 square. That means that each number is a square of a number. But we have a last number here. It starts with 1, it ends with 100. So what was the first number? 1. 1 square is 1. The last number is 100, that is nothing but 10 square. So how do you write this one? Now E contains all x such that, how do you write this one? X is equal to n square. X is equal to n square, because see in in the second and the third problem we had written 2 to the power n, 5 to the power n, because the index was changing, index was having different values, whereas here index is same, all of them are square numbers only, but the base is having different number, different value, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So here the index remains the same, the base is changing. In the second and the third problem, the base was same, the index was different. So it is x is equal to n square. But what is n here? Again, n belongs to n. N belongs to n, and one more condition, 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 10. Less than or equal to 10. That means when you give the value n equal to 1, equality is there. 1 square is 1. Next, 2 square is 4. 3 square 9. 4 square 16. 5 square 25. 6 square 36. 7 square 49. All the elements have not been given. By looking at these elements, you have to write. Then 7 square, 8 square 64, 9 square 91, 81, and then 10 square would be equal to 100. So all of them are perfect squares, but the first number being 1, the last number being 10. So this is how you have to write. It contains all x such that x is equal to n square. And what is n? It's a natural number. And what are the restrictions for the number n? It is from between 1 and 2. 1 is also included and 10 is also included. So this is how you have to write the rule, or in the set builder form. The rule method I am using, rule of the property satisfied by all the elements. Now let's move on to another set here. Observe, there is no last element at all. I have put dashes. That means that it's continuously we are writing 1, 8, 27, 64. 4 elements I have given. So you the rule that would satisfy all these 4 elements, you have to specify. Look at these numbers. After 1 I have gone to 2. After 1 I have gone to 8. After 8 it becomes 27. Next number is 64. You are familiar with these numbers, that is, if you cube a cube the number 1, you are getting 1. And what is the next number? 2 cube, that is 8. What is 3 cube? That is 27. What is 4 cube? That is 64. 2 into 2 into 2. So 3 into 3 into 3. 4 into 4 into 4. That is 64. And the other elements need not be written here. Now here that means it contains all x such that how do you write this one? X is equal to you have to write x is equal to n cube. X is equal to n cube. See, in the previous one, we had considered the perfect squares. So, how I had written x is equal to n square I had written. So, n change, the base changes the value, the index remains the same here. In this case, instead of a square there, the numbers are cube of a particular number. But in the previous one, I had started with 1, ended with 100. So there was some restriction. I had to take the number between only 1 and 10. Whereas here, there is no end at all. I have not written the last element at all. So how do you write this one? The next number need not be written here. Looking at the numbers that have been given, x is equal to n cube. What is n? You have to write n belongs to n. Or you can write a sentence, n is a natural number. So, if there is some restriction, suppose I had given one more element here, 125, okay, then I should have written 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 5 like that, because there is no restriction, there is no limit here. All the elements, I mean here the remaining elements are not known to us. It goes on like this. The end element, the last element has not been written. Therefore, we can simply write x is equal to, it contains all x such that x is equal to n cube, where n is a natural number. Now, let me move on to another problem. So, each problem is different, entirely different, because the different types of numbers, different types of objects have been given to us. Now, let me take the next one. The set G contains the elements 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4, 4 by 5, 5 by 6, 6 by 7 and 7 by 8. Look at the numbers here. All of them are rational numbers. They are neither the square nor the cubes of any number. But look at all the numbers here. See, the all of them are fractions or rational numbers. Denominator is 1 more than the numerator. 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 1 8. So, it starts with 1 and ends with 8 here. All of them are rational numbers. So, how do you write this one? G contains all x such that x is equal to, you have to write the general way. Suppose I write n here, the new denominator would be n plus 1. We will give the value n afterwards. See, when numerator, whatever may be the value, you observe in all the rational numbers, the denominator is exactly 1 more than the numerator. If you denote the numerator by n, the denominator would be 1 more than that, that is n plus 1. And what is n? You have to write. N is a natural number, that is one thing. But you have to write the exact value of n here. There is some restriction. So what was the first value of n? I have taken 1. When 1 is added, it becomes a denominator. What is the last number that I have given here? 7. Therefore, you can write 1 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 7. So, here each number is in the form of a rational number. Each is a rational number. The denominator is 1 more than the numerator. So, if you take the numerator to be n, denominator becomes n plus 1. And what is n? It is a natural number, or n belongs to n. And what are the limitations here? First value is n, 1, last value is 7. So, give the value. N is equal to 1, 1 divided by 1 plus 1, 2. N is equal to 2, this is 3. N is equal to 3, 4. 4 and this is 5. N is equal to 5, denominator 6. N is equal to 6, denominator 7. N is equal to 7, the denominator is 8. That is the last number you can consider. So, this is how it has to be written. Now, we move on to another problem. Some problems would be a little bit easier. By looking at the numbers directly, you can tell them. The next problem, you take the set to be H. It contains 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. And again here, the numbers are not directly connected with one another here. Then neither the squares or the not the cubes of the number or not the multiples of number. Look here, the biggest number is 80. Now look at all the remaining numbers. Can 1 divide 18? Certainly. And 2 divides 18. What is the relation? We have to look at the number and find the relation between the numbers. And 3 divides 19. 6 divides 19. And 9 divides 18. 1 divides 18, 2 divides 18, 3 6 are 18, 6 3s are 18, 9 2s are 18, 18 1s are 18. That means all these numbers are divisors of the number 18. So how do you write this one? The set H contains all x such that here you have to write a sentence such that x is a positive integer. One condition. You observe that we don't have any negative number. X is a positive integer, first condition, and the second condition is it is a divisor of the number 8. That is, x is a positive integer. Or you can write x is a natural number because we are considering from 1 onwards. So you can write either x is a positive integer or you can write x is a natural number also. Even that is also correct. And what is other condition? X is a divisor. X is a divisor of 18. So x is a positive integer, or you can write x is a natural number and x is a divisor of 18. If you simply say x is a positive integer, all the numbers we have to take. But all the numbers continuously or consecutively are not taken. So numbers 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18, all of them they divide the number 18. So they are divisors of the number 18. So this is how you have to write. We move on to the next set. Here the set A contains the elements 2, 3, 5, 7. 2, 3, 5, 7. Now look at these numbers. See all these numbers now. Again, as I told in the previous one, the squares or cubes or multiples, nothing. All are unconnected numbers. But look at the number 2, 3, 5, 7. See, in one of the previous problems, I mentioned about the prime number. What do you mean by a prime number? A number, an integer greater than 1, which can be divided by 1 and itself, is called a prime number. And what are the initial prime numbers we can consider? Again, it is infinite number of prime numbers are there. First number is 2. It can be divided by 1 and 2. Second number 3. It can be divided by only 1 and 3. 5. It can be divided by only 1 and 5. 7. It can be divided by only 1 and 7. Of course, we have got infinite number of prime numbers. We are interested only in this one. That means that all of them are prime numbers. So how do you write this one? A contains all x such that x is a prime number. X is a prime number. If I simply say x is a prime number, that means that I cannot stop here. It is 7 and 11 and 13, like that we have to go on writing. But there are only 4 elements here. So we have to put another condition which would satisfy only 4 elements of this one. So x is a prime number, and then you have to write, and less x is a prime number, you can directly write less than 8 also you can write, or less than 10, anything, because after 7, 8 is not a prime number, 9 is not a prime number, even 10 is not a prime number. So you can write prime number less than 8, or prime number less than 9, or prime number less than 10, even that's okay. So x is a prime number. If you simply say x is a prime number, you have to consider all the numbers, but there are only 4 numbers. So what is the limit here? The number is less than 8, or you can write 9, 10 also, you get the mark for this one. So this is how, so after looking at the numbers only, you have to decide whether the property or the rule that we write would satisfy all the elements of the given set. Now, one more problem where I will not be giving any number here. I will be writing some words. Look at the words and you have to think. January, March, May, July, August, October, December. Now, you just observe these are nothing but the months of a year, isn't it? And there are 12 months in a year, and these are all nothing but the months of a year. But what is the speciality about this one? You observe that all these months are having 31 days. So in a year there are 12 months, some are having 30 days, some are having 31 days. February will have either 28 or 29 depending upon whether it's a leap year or not. Okay. So all these are months of a year having 31 days. So here you have to write B contains all x such that x is a month of the year having 31 days. So it is not a number. See, in all the earlier problems, I had considered the numbers, isn't it? So depending upon the number, you have to write the condition. Here, some words have been given, so you have to write the condition or the property that would satisfy all the elements of the given set. So in the coming session, I am going to teach you about the different types of sets and how to write the definition and how to work out the problems. Thank you.